Welcome to another episode of the After the Whistle podcast. My name is Smyly and I'm joined by Gelder and a returning Fred, who we haven't had on this podcast in quite a few months. And for those who are listening on audio, your man, they show some fake champions. I don't know, champions of what? Me, I don't understand.
Number 20, you know the man. You could know this.
So if you pass air pass up, we don't know what the game. You
Air
want me to
pass
listen?
Asterix,
you want me to show you
I
the
don't
front. You want me to show you the front.
I don't know. We know the look.
Your man, they demand by first guard of honor. You know, there's new season come. Everybody knows a guard of honor. If new season come, it expire. So
You
it's
finish.
your own fault. Say you don't come here since your team win the title. Now it be new season. Whatever
You
happened
people.
is in the past. Forward ever, backward
Oh,
never.
things are
That's
past.
it.
My team win the league. You stop the invite me come. You would like since my team win the league right now. The guys as if Smyly forget my number. Hey, those days small no Smyly could call me because you know say Liverpool make shaky. Right now we win the thing. You people they hide from me. The God of honor. You people say you know go take him. Right,
Okay,
right now.
Smyly, make
the
we
way
just give them two clap,
you
clap.
for-
Make
for
it
clap,
high get
for
just two
for
clap.
Charlie.
Finish.
1, 2.
Charlie.
Take
Even
out.
that, take out like that.
Anyway, today we have a loaded episode, so let's just jump right into it. And there's no better place to start than at Anfield today, where Liverpool beat Arsenal 1-0 in a clash between last season's top two. Right now, it seems like at the moment that's the biggest match in England, or maybe some people would like to disagree, but Arsenal, for everything being said about them, Arsenal are probably the most difficult team to beat at the moment, just because of how well they defend. It's very difficult to penetrate them. And me, I know from experience, because on the first day I saw the kind of ball we can't hold me for them. So it's an impressive win for Liverpool. And even though this season so far, Liverpool, many people say they haven't played too well in all their games so far, yet they still have a 100% record. Somehow they still manage to keep winning. So, Fred, how do you feel about this win against Arsenal? Do you think this is a huge statement of intent for you? This is what shows that you are the favorites going into this season.
Oh no! Please don't put us under pressure. Last week I was
Make you
watching
don't
your
come
episode.
plus this fake humility thing again.
No. You know,
This
me, I
gimmick
tell you
people use
people,
them last season, or you don't use them
I
two
tell you
seasons
people
in a row.
already. I tell you people already. Me, I win the league. So me, Asati, last year I win the thing. So right now, the anything we go do, it be bonus for me. You people, the last year, the boys or the Arsenal guys, PJ, MOL, or whatever the my name be. Me, like I am telling you, last year I win the thing. I go parade. I go see Van Dijk, Charlie them, they holler me and things. This year, it be bonus. You see, this year, we did buy killers. So right now, we buy some killer attacking midfielder. It be like, we want to add my friend Isak who puts the front. Then we buy a Kakiti too. Then he they supplement the thing. So this year, with me, I'd call them transition period. It's a transition period. We're just feeling the game. But if you people slack way, you they play the tossing ball like Arsenal they play today, then we go win the thing again. It's just that simple. But this year, I just they do transition. I see we get player, he come from Bundesliga. Actually, the pace of the league be too much for him. So he's getting used to it. Salah is 1 year older. Van Dijk is 1 year older. Alisson, I even forget. And rest in peace to my best friend, Diogo J. Idibab. So this year, a lot has happened, to be honest, and I'm not even joking around. But there has been a lot of change from the first team from last season to the first team to this season. The whole attack has basically changed, right? So we have gone through a transition of where we had 3 solid midfielders always in the team, and now we are going to this formation with an attacking midfielder. So there's more space in the team, and most of the players we have bought, even though fine, I agree, they are very expensive players. Most of them are very young players. So like Kekes is a very young player, Verge is a very young player, Ekakitikiti is also a very young player. So it's going to take a while for them to get used to the league. But the quality there, the way we get some mega mind as a coach to the guy in tactics, they do him for the bench top. They do him for the training ground. So they teach one of players better, make them load, so say then go make ready. But if you people slack, where the Isak come, see the Isak right now, they talk say make people all just go beg the Newcastle say Charlie make them just sport that. Because if the Isak come, it be like this number, it can make 21, 21, 21. But all jokes aside, Arsenal, Charlie, the team hard and can say, hey, we can't team cry this. You don't say the people they talk say the 15 goal record which Chelsea gets. I believe Arsenal will break that. Seriously, because the guys know the attack. Then just lock. You see, 4 centre backs, 3 DMs. What kind of formation is that? Charlie, we can't. For a team that's supposed to be attacking, how you go be play 4 centre backs, 3 DMs? Then even the way you get a Timberland striker for the front there. So that one to be like almost somebody will be like bodyguard. But to be very honest, Arsenal be very solid team. But I think they are also a bit too defensive and too over-reliant on set pieces. To be honest, today they were just basically waiting for a set piece. Anytime they get the ball, Madueke go dribble, instead of say go watch inside and see say somebody go feed pass. You won't think Wakekes and legs, so say the killers go come. And there was no initiative of them to win the game. I think they were just basically hoping that they could get a 1-goal lead and then defend the thing. But the thing is, they are saying that we won with individual brilliance. But we won with individual brilliance because we're trying to attack. We're trying to attack. So you would see, you are more likely to see individual brilliance when you're attacking more. So to be honest, I'm really, 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 really happy that we got the 3 points because I was expecting a draw today. But if you, like I said at the beginning, if you people slack, we go make that in 21. That'll be your peace.
So you've mentioned a few things I would like to touch on, but one of the main things I would like to touch on is Florian Wirtz. And in one of the first episodes after you guys signed him, I remember Van Gelder in particular was saying that the guy be bomb. And I was trying to say, oh, well, Charlie, make we wait more, make we see how things will go. But so far, it's not looking good. I mean, it looks like the pace of the league, the overarm, first of all, the physicality, he just seems to be off pace. So are you beginning to get a little worried about him or his adaptation?
No, I'm not worried at all. Charlie, we get 9 points. What are people saying? We've beaten Bournemouth, one of the most intense teams in the Premier League. We go score Newcastle for them at home. Even more intense. Then right now we go bring this Catanaccio team at Arsenal. Charlie, these are like 3 very tough games to break into the first. And he's playing 10. And the thing is, you see, like all these teams, then they put like killers for the DM there. Newcastle like this, then put Joe Linton, then just lock the middle. Arsenal there, like I said, 3 DMs, 4 centre backs. Then lock the middle. So there is always going to be an adaptation period. To be honest, in this time of football where we always go with this trolling and things, we for Babs the players go adapt. In the same way, like they laugh say Gyökeres is a Timberland striker and things, but the guy has to adapt to the league. He's come from a different league. When Man City bought David Silva, I don't know whether you remember, it took him almost a whole season before he got used to the league because the pace of the league, the strength of the league, it took him a while. Luka Modric, the same thing when he came to Tottenham. His first season was very average. But the thing with Verge is he has come into a team where killers did the other side. So he doesn't need to shine too much. Like Verge, like this, if he didn't mind you right now, like by now we talk say he be flop already because he go to lose, then people go to put pressure for him top, then he go to lose. But he has come into a team where it's winning. And today you can even see from the second half that he started controlling the game, started making passes. It'll be Salah way today, I don't know, in first touch makes some dicey. Like Verge get 2 assists to give up. So you have to be patient with my friend. And one thing I need to add to you guys, you people, they increase the price every day. Last week, I hear say you say Ekakiti, they earn 300,000. And Vets in price be 150 million. Every day the price they increase. Someday we are yes every 175. The thing we buy them 100 million pounds. Chelsea go buy Caicedo, Shinkika, 120 million. Nobody they complain. Or how much you buy? 115. Nobody they complain. Me, I get attacking me player where they make people stand up. Then you people they want scrutinize them. As he said today, people, Man U fans, they do Van de Beek, Van de Beek, or whatever that guy is. Van de Beek no get 9.2. He no get 9 points from 3 games. Van de Beek no come join the champions. So you have to relax from my little boy. But the star boy go show. You relax. You will see him very soon in your matches.
Van Gelder, thoughts on Liverpool versus Arsenal and also on Verge, because they'll be like you call this thing, but Mama no understand.
I mean, I tell you Paul, already, the guy is Strasbourg player. Make nobody try do like they know they see him. If he did Chelsea, like Moreau with the loan, I'm go Strasbourg straight. The three spots, like we go recall somebody, make you go replace that person straight. He dey go Strasbourg. Make we know they here act like and we get killers for Master. Killers go run. You come the league inside, then spend 150 million, they pay you 250,000. They do like no be you, then they give the money to. He go play the ball. He for play the ball. Where we know there's wedge make you adapt. They know they splash this kind of money, then we they can't wedge make you adapt. It be the league for adapt to you. Bro, you'll be record signing. You say make we wedge, make you adapt. Killer. What's that? Make it okay. And the Caicedo in first game for Chelsea cost penalty. Hey, that's when this shin kicker thing started go. Up to today, even though he's the best midfielder in the league, up to today, they still call him shin kicker because of one game. It be cool. Make we move out for there. See, the game today, the first half, left more like a bed. It was really boring. I don't know if it was just cagey. I don't know if it was tactical. I don't know if you tell. Everybody get the ball. The second touch or the second pass is a lost possession. I don't know why. Liverpool go get, then go try go. They go give Strasbourg, then he too go spot the ball. Then Arsenal will get. Declan Rice know if he pass forward, so he go pass sideways. Then Arsenal them are midfield. They're not brave. They're not brave one bit. And that's gonna be their undoing this season. That Zubimendi, then Rice midfield way, then they their way. If they get ball, instead say them go leave them ahead, play forward pass, or play through their lines. As he said, then score them 1-0. What be the Rice try to do some play through the Amasa, then read the pass long. As he collect the ball, then read the pass. By the time he pass, somebody the Liverpool player just collect them, they just counter attack. With the time people say that guy no good, he know the free pass. People say we dey lie. But on a more serious note, I think it doesn't matter if the game was won by individual brilliance. Sometimes these games, these very tough, very cagey, very difficult games to play, you do need individual brilliance to unlock something, right? Whether I say if it be okay, this the Arsenal they talk about, they wanna if you them get corner way, Saka no heads where you can give that in loop pass way, what we Gabriel for the back post go where them score 1-0. Like the go can't tell we say it be individual brilliance. Yeah, so make nobody can talk that. Liverpool take them at 3 points. Them all calm the game. Arsenal for stop this. Every time they do this, that them are videos that then they lose the game. You don't notice the pattern. Then go PSG, go do the same thing. Them slap them like thief. We then take Cam London. Today too, then they go. Third match of the season. What business do you have doing videos and to show them whatever? Then go crazy. They can't do that in things. You know they feel brief. That's why I know they feel run. You know they feel brief. That's why I know they feel run. He dey run like Sunday in boots inside. Then say right now before call him Jokoto. You know be me at talk. But them say that be the name where we get. Until say he go start to score proper goals. The name be Jokoto. So me, I don't know what to do. Bro, first half he had 2 touches. 2. Ekumi. What be 2 for guys? What be the 2?
Enyo.
Thank you.
Enyo.
Thank you. 2. I don't know if it be Arsenal. Them
Oh, is that true?
Bro, they say you get 2 touches. It don't be me I talk. Got the line, go check. Don't be me I talk. They say you get 2. Okay, tell me 2 notable actions you do for the first half. In fact, 2 notable actions in the game.
No, I not say you get 17 touches in total in the game.
Bro, so if it be the second half, after them they try attack, where you get more touches. Bro, first half 2. What were his midfielders doing? Then change tactics, take Marino come inside. I figure maybe you go creep in, do some small. Nothing. I want to shout at somebody that this side I can't do. It pain me, but they say nipa ya adi outside. So that bozo guy, right now in G, he be like this summer as he go drink some tea or something. He jade the bozo jeans. Right now he make cool, he make calm. They see him small. Say this season, today he was Liverpool's best player, and he was playing from right back. I remember, I think the game against Newcastle, very intense. That'd be the first time I see say Harvey Barnes get 1-on-1, he turn around, the pass back. I never see that thing for my life inside for this league inside. But as he meet that guy, the intensity of his pressing, or he be right back where he put no tell we.
Me, I talked the right back last year. I tell the
That
right
be
back,
position,
the boys know they want read the thing.
the right back.
They see the right back, actually.
Vets on there, so right back crying to me my name, so he won't for be bench. But that be besides the point. So as he say the guy, you know, then I think it was one guy I follow, Bromo, where he talks to Charlie. So what's that Liverpool best player? They have to them for Vets make it come the middle, so say go fit affect the game. He talked that in 2 minutes later, we then get a free kick where he score. But the game itself, on the balance of things, Arsenal they are a very difficult team to break down. I think we've all known this for if I get 12 defenders, I'll go feel be difficult to break down, basically. So I don't know why we for praise them, say them get plenty defenders today, then they sign another and no be defender then they sign. You spend 1 billion, like bare move 500 million be defenders. So I dey lie. Oh, if I dey lie, tell me I dey lie. Like it be serious, so
Charlie, they get left back like 4. It be serious.
Oh, it be serious, but then they claim say then the everybody Liverpool get 9 defenders. Where I say if Arsenal people they count and then they count, even they count, they don't count my players with them get injury. So say today where this thing hurts, what be the Saliba hurts. Today where he hurts, then go talk to them, my defenders be 6 because Saliba no day. That be how then they count them.
Then they will count all your academy defenders.
They will count all your academy defenders. The people where them top 14 from under 14, they go count all your defenders. Then they go talk say, oh, them on then get 6 because them are defenders, you know, the ones they hurt, they don't be them are players. So that be how they say then get less defenders past Liverpool, City, Chelsea. Serious now. Who they buy defenders past every summer? If I be betting man, like every summer I just go bet Mikel Arteta, 1 center back, 1 left or right back, 1 fullback, 1 center back, 1 fullback, 1 center every summer.
The thing to me say they don't sign fullback too. They sign people who they go fit play center back and right back.
Fullback, so then they sign hybrid backs.
No, seriously, then get 4 left backs.
Yeah, if you count them,
if you buy
but they go tell you
the
say MLS no be left back though. They go tell you say be made for that way, then convert them. Then go tell you
okay, so they give you to be left back. They go
tell you them sell them to Porto. So as them sell them for replace them plus 2 players, make you no worry because he good like that. 1 player no fit either for sign 2, make them a heart calm down. But at the end of the day, this sports, I don't think Arsenal was good. Like they weren't brilliant, but they played well. But none of the teams played well enough to win the game. I genuinely thought, as at the time they got a free kick, I thought, but the Mumbo 1-1, I mean that top fan call. Now, if I come back, then you go if you can take your top. But like Liverpool picked mine giveaway already. So yeah, but I think it wasn't a fascinating game to watch. That one day, I think everybody will agree that it wasn't a great game to watch, but the entertainment value after the goal went through, then Arsenal fans that they complain, oh, we get penalty, they don't take. Oh, handball for here, they don't take. You know, Arsenal, if they start to lose, no, then they go start to blame everybody, then the pitch be too wet. Then they talk to
interest in the league right now.
We come in the rain. Oh, Mikel Arteta in trousers tear. That be why
I've lost interest.
Then, you know, they fit do that.
I've lost interest in the league.
But at the end of the day, them still go worry. Like as for the worry, they don't go worry. Like a lot of teams that don't have the quality of Liverpool. Like how many teams have free kick tickets like Soboslai? I don't know how many teams. Right? So
the free kick taking is a dying art. You know, just recently I just learned say Bruno scored like is it 5 free kicks since he came United in the league. Bruno they take all the free kicks. So you go remember, at least if I ask you say about Bruno and free kick taking, you go talk say yeah he did try So when he scored
5. Hey,
in 5 seasons. So,
but I want to talk about somebody that he did mention today, Mo Salah. There's a stat I saw that's very scary, very spooky. His age is beginning to show. He's had 5 shots in 4 matches since Crystal Palace. 5 shots in 4 matches. But this is somebody that used to average before this season between 3.3 to 4.5 shots per game, per 90. Right now, he did do that same thing in like 5.
Simple. If you play plus Darwin Nunes,
you make you know shoot by heart. Darwin no did that again. Right now, Darwin no did that again.
No, that boy they tell you killer's day right now. So you see,
if killer's day, you know for shot.
Mm-hmm.
Today that boy gets where
he delegates the shots given up.
He did defend. They make a kind of. But
speaking of other killers who didn't come, Ekitike. I mean, so far he's been very impressive. Everybody can admit that he's been impressive.
I tell you from the start. Say me, that boy, I'm not worried about him one bit. He be
so based on that and his similarities with Isak, do you people really need like a 130 million or 140 million striker? And also speaking of Isak too, how do you feel knowing that the whole world has seen the hypocrisy of Liverpool fans now? Because as Isak they go on strike and things to join your team, people make happy. But Trent just ran down his contracts. That be all he do. He just run down contract.
Listen to me. I say make Trent come out for there. He go tap the bench for that Real Madrid. He go tap bench for England.
He starts the game. The Spanish media they try rile him up. He no go tap bench. He go play.
So first things about the Isak thing, right? We actually have sold all our strikers. The last season,
one die.
Yeah, exactly. So you last season, AB Diogo Jota, Wade and they play, then Darwin Nunes and then Luis Diaz. Luis Diaz go behind. Darwin we carry and go wherever they go. And then Jota rest in peace to the legend. So right now, if you watch the team, we only get one striker. Chiesa is not a striker.
Dance day there. No people they tell you for use academy product. Jaden Dance.
You to go use Tyreek George. Why you go call this guy back?
Who?
Why you call him back?
He get contract 2033. He won't do like no.
So the main thing
we use Tyreek.
I agree that you go buy 2 very expensive strikers. That, to be honest, you think that both of them are like main characters type of thing. But Charlie, if Isak won't join your team, when you get the opportunity to sign the guy,
you go sign him. You sign him.
That one, there is no argument about it.
So basically, the Florentino Perez move. You see Starboy there for cap.
You say he
bro, see,
but the Isak thing, make a talk listening to him talk. Me, I know they support the strike. I know go lie. Me, the strike whole thing, this thing, then they do. Yeah. It feels like some diva type behavior. But Charlie, the way the guy they play the ball, me if he come, I go take him cool. And Trent, the reason why me a ball plus Trent be say, Trent they pretend like he won't stay. He pretend like he search contract and not know the guy they say he make agreement plus room and do like 3 years ago. The man go learn
Spanish like 10 years ago.
So
if you say they go vacation for Mallorca, you put they make it they go. No, then they go classes.
Exactly. So right now, as the thing come, as the year happen, you see that they as the time they can't left, they do like they cry, make sad. But the guy say he won't left. So to me, they behave like snake. They behave like snake. That be why Trent they bore me. So Trent he go flop for that Real Madrid. And that Champions League match, we go score them. If we catch them for this thing, we go score them again.
You go move for inside. That inside there nah.
You not say last season, then say this thing be the rumor with the day last season. You see the Ngomu Haki then say in clips for training, then they scrub them. Because they say then he did dribble the Trent for the training there, but they don't want to show that. Say, I make serious.
You know say that player you can't when you go pay the compensation.
Well, compensation that.
You still want to play, I don't want to pay compensation.
Why you get like 10,000?
They sign 30
we take you go court. You know say we take you go court. We tell you go to.
We'll give you some 5 million.
We don't want 12.
So you say
Yeah,
we
they
hide,
tell you.
they
12
hide
million,
all the
quick.
training videos. So trying to go attack and buy. Yes, I do agree that it's very hypocritical for Liverpool fans to support what Isak is doing, because me, to be honest, I don't support it. But if he come, everybody go forget that thing, because that guy,
when transfer window
easy
they
20
close.
goals, easy 20 goals
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
See, I don't go lie. If Isak make mistake, when you open the door small like this, bro, we did that. Oh. A Bali go fly, go northeast, go take the money. We go carry back plus 120,
See.
130 plus a munche.
Now you the bomb all you people go buy. You know? Why Isak go come your day?
You know the matter.
Genuinely, Man you listen, this be controversial statement. Genuinely, Man United, they be the coach with Isha, but pound for pound, my first team be better than your own.
Impossible.
Man U, my first team be far more dangerous than this Chelsea. Gittins and Dilap and things like all bomb. Esteval they play ball.
You know how I not say this Man U. You know how I not say this Man U 11 no better person now. Bro, they have Dogu in left back or whatever. What be name?
But Cucurella was the difference.
Master, you know Raskuku.
Look, sure, calm down. Even sick of this bomb coach right now. Look, sure, no, they play left back again. Look, sure, left back.
Shock again. You pocket every time they come against you. Every day they disrespect Raskuku. But every time they catch any winger way, you will put the rates be go left the stadium there, back pockets, or you didn't hear inside somewhere.
You did. Anyway, since we are now on the topic of Chelsea and your signings and all of that. Just yesterday, Chelsea announced the signing of Alejandro Garnacho from Man United. First of all, everybody knows that I've been a fan of Garnacho, so it stings me small, but I also understand the circumstances. But for you Chelsea fans, it looks like you guys are not too happy about the signing, because it's like most of you know they rate him like that. So, Van Gelder, how you feel about this move?
I can't be bothered. I don't think he massively improves us, which is what I wanted. A player that actually takes us to another level. But for me, my biggest problem with Garnacho is not Garnacho. Is that his brother way, you know, fresh, you know.
Robert.
That is I hope they actually come down and they left him for Manchester. Because from one side, they make I just tell them straight for here. We know they do them Manchester thing, then go catch you, beat you for town. Wallahi. Then go catch you, beat you for town. So make can't try that thing for here, then they send subliminals, because we be now where we started handle this guy. We go catch you, beat you for town. If we beat you, John Terry go beat you for town. So make can't try. If you don't know, make it go base Enzo say as he come, they try to we go catch you, beat you for town. According to all the analysts and pundits, then the people then know the game inside, then they look at underlying numbers. He's the type of winger you will want. For me, my eye test, I dey watch for a. I don't think he's the type.
So let me just say that Fred is leaving us at this point. So Charlie, thank you, Fred, for joining us for this one. Next episode, you will come on.
This
you
Chelsea
can't cause chaos and commotion.
Just a gentle reminder. And the Corey, tell Corey say, Charlie, today the referee no try that last minute in the penalty. So I should say that one go make you feel small. Some PGM, well, he didn't lie. He never do penalty.
That one go vex up.
He go help you.
Make them come out for there. We good talk. All right. Peace out.
Charlie. But yeah, as I was saying,
so,
I personally, I'm not a big fan of the signing. Also, 40 million is a lot of money to give to Man United. 25 plus 5 finals, so 30 plus 5 finals. Maybe I accept that. 40 flat. Like if I be 35 plus 5, I can stomach that. Because I know say the plus 5 you never go get. But
how much you sell Madueke? How much you sell Messi Mount to us with 1 year left on his contract?
That's absolutely the point I'm making is here. The point you are making is in Newcastle. It's absolutely besides the point. I'm known as a team that can sell. As we did yourself, if you know, be say we for record Jackson, like we can't pocket cool 15 million. You pocket 50 million loan fee before. Can you imagine? But I'm not a big fan of the signing. But since he's here, I'll support him. That's my philosophy. As immediately you put on that, royal blue jersey with the Chelsea badge, you are my player. Nobody go fit talk shit about you again. Nobody go fit move to you again. If my United fans side move to him, he go over you. So we there, me a day. Like I'm not ecstatic. I'm not expectant. If he does well, great. I feel like the way I felt when we signed Sancho last year, I didn't really want him, and I'm open to being pleasantly surprised. So yeah, that's how I feel about it. I feel like the money was a lot. 40 million is a lot of money for a player like Garnacho. Buying his baggage and everything is a lot of money, especially knowing that Man United willingly didn't want him there. Right? I think we could have done a better deal. 30 plus 5, 30 plus 10, 15% sell-on clause or something crazy like that. Because you put the sell-on clause safe, like you put full, like you forget more because when you say more cost from within 2 years, you better your turn was 50 million flat. But you put no guess, you don't know people then no business do. So what do I know? Anyway. But yeah, that's how I feel about Garnacho. What can I expect though? From a Man United fans perspective, what can I expect?
So yeah, from somebody who has watched every single game of his for Man United, I'm not. First of all, I think when you're rating a player, when you're judging a player, it's not too advisable to judge just the opinion of Man United fans because Man United fans are very emotional. For Man United fans, because of how frustrated we are with our team at the moment, if you ask about any player, he really sharp or he really good. There's hardly any in between. So you go ask about Euro, then go tell you say he's the best young defender in the world. You go ask about maybe Casemiro, they go tell you say he's the worst DM in the world right now. He's old
finished.
man, he's past it. But usually the truth is somewhere in the middle. But there's not too much perspective when it comes to these things. So make our way up the pros and cons with Garnacho. So pros, beginning with that, he's a chance magnet. He knows how to get himself into goal scoring positions. That one you can't take it away from him. He knows how to get himself into goal scoring positions. He knows how to create chances for himself. So you notice that over the past seasons that he's been our first choice left winger, he's usually the person who averages the most shots per game, which people will say is a bad thing, but I would say it's a good thing. Because first of all, you need to understand that it's very hard for young players to develop that attribute so early in their career. It's something that usually they develop later. And as for the end product and all of that, you need to understand that like if he was in a better team, he probably wouldn't be starting as many games as he is. So people don't really have, for some reason, they don't have too much sympathy for players being overplayed at such a young age because you need to understand that, like we're talking about Verge right now, even though it's not exactly the same situation, he's in a team that is doing well. So even if he's not doing well as an individual, if the team is shining, that's fine. But if Liverpool were losing 5 games in a row, right now you see all the pressure. Vets know they do this, vets know they do that. And it's similar with Garnacho. People know they have sympathy on the fact that like he's a young player who is just he's still yet to even reach 50% of his potential. So you need to understand that where he is right now, that's not the end product. And if he was in a better team, he would probably be coming on every now and then. So you wouldn't be seeing the negative parts of his game as much. But unfortunately, here we are. So it's one thing that I've even made this point about Hoyland and all these other guys before, that even if they are not good or not, the club didn't set them up to succeed. So yes, Garnacho is a chance magnet, and if he's able to sort out his end product, he's going to easily become like a 20 goal a season winger, and that's like in all competitions, not in EPL. Maybe EPL, depending on how, like his ceiling can be very high if he's able to sort out his end product. But even if he's able to just improve a little, because you have to realize that I think last season he scored, was it 12 goals or something in all competitions, and in a very terrible team. That's an impressive return. And you also need to understand that he's the under 21 player in the league who had the most goals and assists. Like, he has some very impressive stats. So I always say that if Man United were the ones going into the market to go and sign a 21-year-old who had the most goals and assists in England, we will not be paying 40 million. Minimum, we start from 70 million, because see what Ilanga and Madueke and things all they go for. So, like, these are all things that I think people lose sight of them. Lose sight of. Like, they don't really rate those things, mainly because he's coming from a team that wasn't playing well, and he himself too wasn't playing too well. So those are all things. And also, he's also a player who he's very hardworking. And that's also a very important attribute. He runs a lot. He puts in his fair share of defending. And that's the main thing that even made him take Rashford's place in the starting lineup. Because I got to a point where they had this narrative about Rashford that he doesn't work hard enough. And Garnacho was the one doing all of that. So that's also another positive thing about him. For the negatives, for another positive thing about him too is that he's a very confident player. And I keep saying that in modern football, the confidence can be more important than the talent. Because I know plenty players who are not very talented, but because of confidence, they are able to make a name for themselves. For example, Mikel Antonio. If you are judging players based on talent alone, Mikel Antonio is nowhere close to the best strikers in the league. But if you look at the kind of strikers who is outscored over the past few seasons, you understand that confidence is a very important attribute. So for Garnacho, that's also something that works very well in his favor. He's a very ambitious player. He's a sort of player who thinks that he's a Ballon d'Or level talent. As to whether he is, that one is not for me to say. But the fact that he believes it and is working towards it is also a very important thing, or a very important quality to have, because that type of ambition, it can help push a player beyond themselves. So that's also another good thing. So the negatives, we've already mentioned some. He's very wasteful. For him, he's a chance magnet, but in those chances, he can be very wasteful. But when he's on form too, he can put away some chances that you wouldn't expect him to put away. I think, and that's where another thing that is funny about it, because in his first season or two, he was actually very clinical in certain situations. Like, there are certain situations where he's running one-on-one with towards the keeper, and you know that this chance he go put him away. But for some reason, this past season or two, this past maybe 18 months or so, suddenly that thing I don't know, something has changed.
Personally, I'm not surprised. I did see he's played for 3 years or 3 full seasons for United, right? I saw the stats of those 3, and basically each year he was most of like the attacking matrices, even defensive, all the matrices you want to see going up, he was improving year on year. So goals, let's say this is he go score 6, next year he go score like 10. The season he go score 12.
There's always a steady improvement.
There's a steady improvement, but there was also a very steady improvement, and even probably a sharp improvement in appearances. And I find that with young players, the more they play, especially when they've not yet sorted out their style, their game, some of these things that they need to work on the training page, where if they're playing, say, under 21s, or they were coming off the bench, they were second fiddle or something, they would get the chance to improve upon. All of those things, as they are working on it, when they are now being thrust into the team and if you're not a supreme talent like, say, Yamal or Palmer, or even someone like Esteval, right? If you're not a supreme talent like that, your output will begin to taper. And I did realize that, or I was listening to Overlap, and they were talking about the fact that United also started depending on Garnacho as their main attacking outlet. Because what's his name? Højlund became a coon. They didn't,
particularly in the last 6 months of last season, because January we let Anthony go, we let Rashford go. We're left with basically Ahmad, Højlund, Zexi, and Garnacho. Out of all of them, Garnacho is the only ball carrier in that attack. He's the only person who you can like on the counter, he can carry the ball over a long distance and everything. So he was our only outlet for the attack, because Højlund is supposed to know how to do this, but his confidence was so short that he couldn't do it. So every time the attack was basically let Garnacho carry the ball forward and make everybody go join him. So there was a lot of responsibility put on him in
And
that
that,
regard.
and for a young player, you can understand why then his attacking output, because the pressure is high, right? One might say
Yeah,
for a player as confident as Garnacho, you expect it to change. But even we see it with players like Palmer. Palmer, I remember at some point last season when his confidence was really, really short, and they start to force things. Whereas an
yeah.
experienced player like Giroud or somebody will just say, you know what, let me just take my time. Let me take a touch here. Let me wait a moment and just analyze the situation quickly before I, as a young player, they want to get it done so that they can score, so that they can, get themselves out of that place. And it took Palmer till about April to stop trying to force it. Then he started, they just, look, just do your thing. The talent is there. I remember, this might be a horrible example, but I remember when Thomas Tuchel was Chelsea manager and Werner wasn't scoring. And I know Werner is probably not the same level of talent, but he has scored a bag of goals in Germany. And Tuchel looks at that as well. And so I remember press conference, they were asking him, are you worried about Werner? And he said, no. I had training with him and we did like just kind of like scoring. And he scored all manner of goals, all types, like long range, short range, tapping, header. And so I called him aside and I said, you see, you know how to score goals. All you need is just composure. Just be calm when the ball comes. Take a moment, breathe in. However, you do all of that in the 4 seconds before they close you down. Do it, and the goals will flow. And I reckon he actually never, whenever he did it that way, like somebody like Jackson. If you give Jackson time to think, same as Sterling, if you give them time to think before they will score, they will miss. If they don't have time, they just have to instinctively, they will score. Do you understand? Garnacho seems like
Rashford
an
also has
intelligent.
that thing with him.
And Garnacho seems like when he started out, he was quite an intelligent player. Like how we see like a player like Ekitike. You give him time. If he thinks, he will score. He might even not be good at the snaps, the
Yeah,
snapshots or whatever. But when he has time to think and pick a pocket or whatever, he will score. And I think that maybe Garnacho enjoys something like that, where at Chelsea, he's not the main attacking outlet. He's not looked at as somebody that we expect that, hey, if you don't score this match, we may not win. Because if you don't score, Japredo will score. If Japredo doesn't score, Delap will score. If Delap doesn't score, Esteban will do something crazy. If Esteban doesn't do it, Palmer will do something crazy. Somebody will do something. Even Rhys James can create a chance out of nowhere. And Cucurella will pop out of nowhere and head it and will win. Do you get? So maybe, and I felt like the environment just got toxic. We realized that him and the coach don't get along for whatever reason, and all of that is just a lot. So I hope that, as you said, you make a calm down small. Hopefully, these 2 weeks I think he wasn't called up to the Argentinian national team, so he will have 2 weeks with Enzo Maresca on the training pitch, just training. Same as Enzo Fernandez is also not going. All our players actually shouldn't even go for international. They should all just rest because I let them tire by 60th minutes. They're not even run
Also,
again.
another thing I'll say about Garnacho in terms of the cons is that he can be very technically inconsistent in the sense
Mm-hmm.
that this game, you see him, he's getting everything right. He looks like a very good footballer. Another game, he's controlling the ball like a center back. Like it's like he gets these. I don't know whether it's brain freeze or something where it's like he forgets how to control the ball. So he can make some very rookie mistakes that makes you think that this guy, like, did he just start playing football? He has these moments where it just shocks you that what did I do this guy? He boos or what? So that's also another thing to look out for. It's a very strange thing. One day you pull off some brilliant stuff. Another game, it's like he's forgotten how to play
Same
football.
scenario. It's like it's not the same player. And I don't
Yeah,
know. I
exactly.
think he seems like one of those players that get emotional on the pitch. Like
Probably.
the game state gets to him. So let's say he's not having a good day. He may just keep going, getting worse and worse and worse as the game goes on. He'll start making rash decisions and not making the right decision.
And the
Eh,
thing about him too is that he doesn't really lose confidence too, apart from everything. So like he's not the type of player who, like, for example,
to
Emurata,
stop
where
trying.
he go score chance, and you see that, like, you can visibly see that his mood has changed and he's lost motivation. And not today, he go score 10 chances, he go keep going on and on. Like, he doesn't lose his confidence. Maybe he might start rushing things more, he might start over trying, but the confidence, yeah, he doesn't lose it. So I don't know whether that one
Well,
can count as a pro or a con.
it be in the middle. It be porn, whatever that is, bro. Pause. But yeah, whatever that is. But at the end of the day, I I'm still not a fan, but I'll give him a chance. That, I mean, that's the least I can do, right? I have to see what he does. I can't judge him by what he's done in red. I have to judge him by what he does in blue, which is how I came to the conclusion at the end of last summer that, albeit how good Sancho was, he needed to be returned. He wasn't to the level we need, and so he has to go back. The 40 in there, we go free 40, we go sell him to us now. I mean, then by next season, we won't sell Martinelli. We could just give him, look at the matrices, 52, 52, 52. Oh, Charlie Beta, 52. Then go buy 53 plus 4 million add-on. Then we go move on. So, yeah, I mean, let's see how that goes.
And the
I do
last
have a
thing I would
sneaky
say,
feeling he's going to score against United, though.
yeah, he's very much the type of player who, when he's come to face United, he's going to put his everything into trying to prove us wrong. That's just,
If he gives me Kevin De Bruyne against Chelsea level output, I'm a happy man. Because,
oh,
bro, if De Bruyne they play shot against Chelsea, you they see Kwasia, you they talk Kwasia for your head.
let's
Kevin.
say you forget a certain level of quality to be able to prove a team wrong consistently. But he's the type of person who's definitely going to try extra hard when he's playing against United, just to prove a point. So that one there, and not even just United, I feel like he's the type of person who he's going to go forward with a chip on his shoulder, just trying to prove everybody wrong about him. So it's not even just going to be about United. He's going to just, he doesn't have that Sancho attitude where it's like,
I can't be
what can
bothered.
come, can come. Yeah, he's the type of person who he's going to try to prove people wrong. That's just the type of character he is. So I don't know whether that one too is going to be something that works in your favor. But
I just look. The only thing I trust is Enzo Maresca's coaching. That's the only thing I trust in my team. It doesn't matter with the temperament of the player. It doesn't matter who the player is. If Maresca taking out puts his shoulder like this, my heart is calm. He go fit change that guy in life. So I'm cool. Yeah.
so speaking of coaching, Man United, it's been yet another topsy-turvy week for Man United, which started with a shocking defeat. It was a draw and then a defeat on penalties to Grimsby Town, fourth tier Grimsby Town in the Carabao Cup. Is the first round? And like, I don't even know say Carabao
Bro,
Cup
I don't
when they
know
play
say
matches
this one.
for
The next season,
August.
Liverpool go start play from June. You go start play qualifiers. Because
So
what?
so it seemed at that time, it seemed like the toxicity as Man United had reached the peak. Amorim went into the post-match press conference saying some very,
But then
I
for
don't know,
Saka, he said me if I
like,
no good, the players too,
yeah,
them no good, we no good, then go fit sack we all tomorrow. I say, hey, what's going on here, man?
like, honestly, at that point, I was just thinking that, okay, tomorrow this guy is coming to submit his resignation. Because remember that at the end of last season, he actually offered to resign, and Jim Ratcliffe didn't accept it because somehow Jim Ratcliffe did not want pass anything, so like it didn't work out. But after that press conference, I actually thought that like the guy, he's a dead man walking, like he's just ready to leave. And then this weekend has come, he's beaten Burnley 3-2, which was much harder than it should have been. So now, Man United fans too, we know that we can be very easy to please in the sense that if we lose, the guy for goal. If we win, Charlie, I can see some signs that things are not as bad as we make it seem, that kind of thing. So, me, before I say anything, you from the outside looking in, do you think Amorim is somebody who should be given a chance? And don't say it from the perspective of Asue, you know, say the guy shine, so you should not want make he continue. So say he go continue shine for we then you know say we never go rise. Like are they I know you've probably watched a few of our games this season.
Yeah.
Do you see any positives in Man United's games so far?
No. I personally, and I said this before you signed him. Remember when Chelsea was looking for a coach and his name was floated, and then I was like, what are these people seeing that nobody is seeing? That this Amorim guy, most people seem to own my IC, but nobody wants to touch him with a 50-foot pole. Some way, somehow, you ended up. Look, and I think the reason why you can't sack him is because one, you have bought into his philosophy. You have let him come and dictate to you that it's impossible to change formation for it to work. And you've bought players for him. And more importantly, it was Omar Berada that led the search, went to Portugal to bring him himself. So if you sack him, Omar must go to. But this is looking very, very spooky. I mean, for a coach that, first of all, I'm not a fan of coaches that always say, this is how I play, and the players must adapt to how I play. That's just a ridiculous thing to say as a coach. You don't deserve the title coach if you can't coach your players to play the way you want them to play, or coach your players in a manner that brings the best out of them. You must do something with the tools you have. Look, if it was Chelsea, well, Chelsea is different, right? We will sign players regardless. But best believe he won't have any authority to say anything. I want this guy, or I want that type of player, or this, that. Bro, who we give you is who you use. But United somehow have let him kind of almost pick. I want that one, I want that one, I want this one, I want this one. And then they try to get it. Maybe that's their way of showing support. But there's a thing that nowadays happens with every big club. You as the manager must show us something worth supporting. Then we will give you what you want. And everything from the statistics to the style of play on the field to even the mood of the players and everything tells us that he hasn't done enough to get that, to warrant that level of trust. For you to blow over 200 million for him, it's a big problem. It's a really, really, really big problem that United need to look at carefully. Because right now you've got players that are wedded to his system. Say you sack him today and you go for another coach who to say me to only back for Pago to play. Where would Dogu play? Because Dogu's not a
When they
left
sell
back.
when a wingers also so
Where would Dogu play? You don't have any wingers. Fine, Ahmad can deputize. So will Ahmad go back to left back or what? Do you
right
get what I
one.
mean? It's a big problem. And so if you're allowing such a manager to dictate how you play as a team and what transfers you make and what decisions you are selling, he's not just selling your wingers, he's also selling all your academy products. Because if he said this be inside job, it's serious inside. See, but personally, I think he should have been sacked at the end of last season. Honestly, you probably should have gone for Southgate. Let him steady the ship. Then, no, just hear me out. Hear me out. When I say Southgate, I'm not saying Southgate is any good. I'm just saying a temporary manager that would have steadied the ship. And then at the end of the season, you sit down and decide maybe you want to go for Iraola. Because if you really believe in this 3-back thing, you should have gone straight to Inter and slap the money on the floor and say, what was his name? Inzaghi, pack your bags and go. Come with me.
They don't like inversion.
If this guy they play Portuguese league inversion, they like. League, you know, if you translate, look at all the players and can Jokoto, you know they work. Me2, you know they work. Look at this. But at the end of the day, personally, I think you guys are too wedded to him now to sack him. So I don't think he gets sacked. But I don't think it gets any better. Bro, 30 games, 31 points. It's a disgrace. It's a big, 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 big disgrace for a team like Manchester United. It's such a big disgrace. Bro, your players, they play penalty, they hide.
Forget penalty. Corner. We dey play corner in the 50th minute, he no fit watch. And as a player sitting on the bench and looking at your coach for inspiration,
He dey
how do you
shake.
think you'd feel?
Small
How do you think
nyash dey
you'd feel
shake.
if you're watching your coach
Hey,
being afraid of a 50th minute? And
Yes,
we are not talking about a Champions League semi-final. We are not talking about the 37th game of the season. This
It's
was in the
Grimsby.
first game of the season. This first game of the season, second game of the season, you're already looking like you're scared of
Bro,
how does this
some people
translate
don't
to your club?
understand. If think about it like this, for the people that can't understand the vast difference between Manchester United and Grimsby, think about it. If I know right now they are not good, but if Hasselhoff was playing a cold team, Ghana Division 3, those teams that are cold team, they're not even professional. They're colds. Bro, you go fit be say the keeper they did the points against Man United. In their job, they say they work for fish and chip shop. Bro, like, do you know how crazy that is? That House of Folk go and play a cold team, then they'll lose on penalties. Bro, they were losing 2-0 for 80 minutes. For 80 minutes or whatever the time was, they couldn't withstand. In fact, they were denied a third goal that was clear goal. They're still inside giving people. Hey! And then the penalties, poor quality. Your expensive striker is like number 10. Like, it makes absolutely no sense. And I can't understand whether is it that my fans don't have power, that you guys are tired. Because I can assure you, if this was Chelsea Football Club, bro, we will hound that coach out. If he no resign, then go sack him.
So let me see. This is where like different clubs and the different cultures come into play. Because for Chelsea, it's normal for you to sack managers. Your best period in your history came at the time where you were sacking managers like every season or every 2 seasons.
We know that.
Because,
what is stability? What did they take stability do?
and also on that point, let me just say that like I think a lot of times fans think that there's one path to success. Like if you want to be successful, you have to build around a particular manager for a long time and you have to play a certain way. But football, like if you look around, you see that there are different ways to be successful. You can have one manager for 10 years and be successful. You can have 10 managers in 10 years and be successful. If you look at maybe Fergie's last 20 years, when did Abramovich come to Chelsea? 2003. From 2003 to Fergie's retirement in 2013, that's 10 years. If you compare the number of trophies Chelsea won to the number of trophies Man United won, it's around neck and neck. But they went about things in completely different ways. Yeah. So that one alone should tell you that there are different ways to be successful. You might like it, you might not like it, but it doesn't mean that like if you want to be successful, you have to have one manager for 10 years. In the same way, even style of football. Somebody can play possession football and be successful over a period. Somebody can play haram ball and also be successful over a period. So like there's not one path to success. But unfortunately for Man United, maybe because of the Fergie effect, Man United fans tend to see every manager as the savior. So it's very hard for them to want a manager out. If you notice, a lot of times, even when the pressure on a manager reaches its peak, the pressure is usually from the online fans. The fans in the stadium will be cheering his name and chanting his name. Amorim has won 24% of his Premier League games, but every game they are singing his name. Ruben Amorim. Like, which other big club would you go and find that the manager has won 24% of his games and they are chanting his name? Like, it's unheard of. Go to Real Madrid, go to Barca, go to Chelsea. Like, it's not going to happen. So that's where different clubs and their different cultures come into play, because Fergie has put this culture in us where we think that, okay, every manager needs a certain amount of time. And with a certain amount of time, if you're able to get through the difficult times, you are going to find success at the end of the tunnel. But that's not how it works. Like, Fergie was probably a one of, like, it doesn't work like that all the time. So that's just one thing. And somehow another thing about Man United fans is that we tend to think that it's not possible to hire 2 or 3 bad managers in a row. So they think that, okay, if I hire this one manager, he no try. I hire the next one, he no try. It means it's not the manager's fault. It be the players or it be something else. But it's like there are teams that have gone through like 4, 5, 6 managers in 5 years or something. before they stumbled upon a manager who took them out of all their troubles. Like, if you put Man United fans in Liverpool, by now they hang on to Roy Hodgson or something. Still they expect, say, oh, one day something will come good. Like, it doesn't occur to them that, okay, if this guy do the first, we just go fix Sakam and bring another person. If that person to do the first, we go fix Sakam and sack,
bro,
until we find the right one.
Then come and say they no go run Chelsea like Abramovich, bro. Within our first 3 years, how many managers? Like 4. Otilo.
And now look where Chelsea are. So it's like it's possible. You know, the means the managers share, but it is possible to have
it will not work. It's possible that it didn't work out. The same
it didn't
way,
work out. They were bad fits.
And it's the same way. And it doesn't just, it's not just money, it's also players. Man United go sign player. The player no good. They see say he no good. If we Hoyland pay where I see say you put sign him, you no good right now, you did move him on. Maybe this is a new trend. But for years, neither sign the player no good. He go tap there, they chop money. Every coach go come, oh, maybe he's a Van de Beek. How many years tap United? Then they go take and go loan. Maybe go revive him body for Everton. We'll go revive everybody for Newcastle. We'll go revive everybody for here.
And the longer the player stays, the more his transfer value drops. And then it becomes hard to sell them on top of their big wages. So that's all part of the reason why we are bad sellers.
Yeah.
Because
we just if it be Chelsea, they sell this Garnacho guy. Academy player, 21 years old, 100 Premier League appearance. Oh, boy, bro. 7 days. Oh, you bet you. Bro. So, like, United's problems are so multidimensional. But personally, I don't see how his position. Like, this is probably the best time. Sack him now. Then you get 2 weeks. And you break. You go back Zidane. You go convince Iraola. You go like, I don't know.
Maybe I mentioned the manager I once played times. So
Xavi, you know, will come that. You know, will come that.
No, did you watch his last interview? Last interview, he was talking a lot about the Premier League, and he was talking about Man United. He actually mentioned that one of his favorite players in the Premier League is Bruno Fernandes.
Everybody they talk that thing. It not be true, but then go talk him. That guy is another problem. That guy, he's also another problem. But let's not get into the specifics of players.
We go inside for
I can't believe you people that they brought 100 million cash, fiscal cash. And you said he's our captain. We will not say. If somebody carry 200 million, 150 million come cash, say then they want resumes. Bro, we go pack in things, give them more. Hey.
You see, I don't even want to go too much into this thing, but let me just say that for me, right now, it's been established, like from all the talk that is going around, it's been established that he didn't want to leave now. He wants to give another season to United and then leave next year. So now my question is, what is there to gain from him staying one more year? Because
we are not ruthless enough. Honestly, you are not ruthless enough.
Like, we are not going to win the league.
Mm-hmm.
That's for sure.
You are not going to win the Carabao Cup, clearly.
We are not in Europe. We are not in any European competition. Right now, Carabao too, but even at the time the offer came, we were still in Carabao and everything. So my logic is this. At the time of the offer, we are not in Europe. We are not going to win the Premier League. The only realistic chances of trophies we have are FA Cup and Carabao, as at that time. He has already won those 2 trophies. So, like, what is there to gain from him staying?
I mean, I'm not going to lie. You know, there was
something that we've not seen already.
You know, there was genuine belief. Well, my United fans I spoke to here in England were all of the opinion that one game a week, we can challenge. You can really challenge.
I feel like a lot of people don't understand. You see, that's another reason why people don't see the seriousness of the Amorim situation, because I think people downplay how bad of a record a 24% win rate is. Like, I feel like it doesn't really click for them that 24%. I can confidently tell you that
he win only 24.
If
he play 10 games, he win 2.4.
See, I can confidently tell you that there's no great manager in history who has had a 24% win rate at any club at any point in his career.
Bro,
I can confidently say
Jose right now there's a chance if he never go 24.
Like, if you have a 24% win rate, the sort of drastic change that is required for you to flip that into even 40% or 45% crap before you go reach 50%. I don't think the people understand the magnitude of the situation. And that's why it's very easy for them to say things like, oh, if we dey play one game a week, we go fit do this, we go fit. Like, we've not won back-to-back league games since this guy arrived. Back-to-back league games. Like, to the
Let me
extent
know.
that
Let me
just to use
let me just show
new
you
manager
something.
bounce to win your first 2 games, if you know fit do.
See, Jose Mourinho, his worst ever as a manager was at Roma, and it was 49%. The Fenerbahce and Saka, it was 60% in his entire coaching career. That's his second best after his Madrid, which was 71%.
Make I
United, then
tell
we
you,
say he no good save, 58%. How can you tell me that your coach has 24% win percentage? He has won 29 matches in 29 matches in 30 games, right? Or he has
no,
won 31
in
points.
29 points, 31
Twen-
points.
31 points in 29 matches. And you are telling me this man deserves to stay.
Me
Bro,
only
Charlie.
self way then the laugh am say he be PE teacher. He had a 55% win rate as Man United. So Rangnick, who for me was the worst manager we've ever appointed, regardless of the fact that he was interim, he had a 36% win rate. So, like, people don't realize the depths to which we sank. Maybe the run to the Europa final also warped people's
Bro,
idea of what
everybody
is
go fit
going.
cook that ransom. Bro, see, everybody go fit cook that ransom. Everybody go fit. Look, at the end of the day, right? A team like Man United need a manager that befits Manchester United. What does that mean? They need a manager that can tactically adapt. That can, like, he'd get one game a week. He go fit tassel. Bro, I remember when Chelsea had one game a week. We had Antonio Conte. The first few weeks, source, he tried back for source. Say we go back 13 games unbeaten. We win the league. One is the king, Antonio Conte. Simple. People they talk, when Antonio Conte did it with the back three with Chelsea, one game a week, so Amorim is about to do it. Bro, they are such vastly different animals. It's crazy. It's not even close. Conte, if in player the misplaced pass, he they won't pull in wig. He won't J in wig. Your players get penalty. Even now, your match they go on. You set the cones already. Even now, you the play plus your tactics. Nah, bro, you guys have to sack him, man. He has to go. If by now can you go see him? What did they call club statement? Mauricio club statement. What did they call him? Ruben Amorim. He go da.
And with that, we've come to the end of this episode. If you haven't done this already, please follow our social media pages. On Twitter and Instagram is ATW Podcast GCR. On TikTok is After the Whistle. YouTube, After the Whistle Podcast. Also, remember, you can subscribe to our Spotify, Apple. It looks like of late we know they promote the Spotify and Apple because they promote their YouTube too much. But yeah, Spotify and Apple, we still did the Amazon,
did
wherever
that.
you find podcasts. We still did those sides. So yeah, subscribe, give us 5-star rating if you like. If you don't like, so give me 5-star rating. And interact, share the comment on the episodes, like
He
comment
did
in the
lie with the
YouTube
bag. Give me
sections.
5-star rating.
Leave comments in the YouTube, TikTok comments, Twitter, wherever. Like, just give us feedback. Anything you want to comment on, anything you think we should be talking about, anything you think that we didn't talk about correctly, or anything. If you want to fact check us, Charlie, we did. So yeah. Anyway, Charlie, guys, Vangelda, thank you. Fred has left already, but thanks to Fred too. Hopefully, next week we will have a full house similar to what we had last week. So yeah, Charlie. Once again, thanks for listening. And as always, ATW dominates the conversation.